Good morning, Eric Stone, Stone's Bookkeeping. I am a faithful believer in Jesus Christ, and I am your biker bookkeeper. First, a disclaimer, this is not intended as tax advice. Please see your tax preparer. If you have any questions about what I'm sharing today, if you don't have a tax preparer, give me a holler. I'd love to help you. So today we're going to talk about some of the permanent extensions in the One Big Beautiful Bill. So a couple years ago, income tax rates were lowered, and that was set to expire. And everything I'm talking about today was set to expire, essentially this year or next year. So that's been extended. So your tax rates are going to stay at that new lower amount. Basically, that's just the percentage that you're taxed on your income as it goes up through the different levels of income. And a few years ago, the marriage penalty was removed. That's, again, permanent. The date was adjusted for base indexing. Now, that's a mouthful, basically to say that they're using a new date to set the floor, and then as inflation and as kind of life occurs, those items are adjusted for those inflations and the different increases. And that just means essentially that deductions will get to be a little bit more, and cap tax rates will be a little bit less. So just kind of be aware that that was adjusted, and that's a good thing. The increased standard deduction was also made permanent. A few years ago, that was raised massively, and it's created a situation where a lot of people that used to itemize don't itemize anymore, which makes their life easier because you can just take the standard deduction. Life is good. So that's going to be permanent. Now with the new SALT tax changes, that may affect some folks, especially high-income folks, in very high tax situations, like states and localities that have their own income taxes. One example would be Minnesota. New York has some pretty high taxes, and also a bunch of city and bureau taxes, different things like that. So these are all permanent, the ones that I talked about today, so that's a great thing. Essentially, it's going to result in lower tax burdens for the majority of us, so that is always a good thing. So thanks, guys, and you have a great day. Please remember to like and subscribe before you leave. Thanks.